This is Anderson Penn's podcast, episode 221 for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2017. This is Brian.
This is Lisa.
Thanks for joining us.
You know, we always start a podcast laughing.
We do.
And I wish you could see the behind the scenes right before we start. This time Brian was playing air guitar, and I asked at least the music. He can't play the guitar.
Nope.
So at least
can't.
the music was air music, which led me to a snarky comment about I'm going to be learning how to use my new hand-me-down MacBook Air. And I don't do change well when it comes to computers, so this could be interesting.
It will be her first Mac, so anybody with solid advice, of course, we have myself and Eric here to give her good advice, but send it to Lisa.
Yeah.
So lots of stuff happening this week.
Yep, we watched this really cool movie.
I like it. Here it is. Right here.
Okay, so Alone in the Wilderness.
It's a great movie. Has nothing to... Actually, it does have something to do with pens.
It does?
It does. Like the last 3 minutes, they show a 1960s Schaefer snorkel.
Okay.
That could be a snorkel. Maybe it's hard to see if it's a snorkel or a touchdown, but it's definitely a white dot Triumph nibbed Schaefer of the thin size.
How did that come about? We had the welcome home party for Eric, and Kim mentioned the movie, or Dave mentioned the movie.
I don't know how it came about.
And so we borrowed the movie from Dave and watched it. About a man who, when he was, 51 or 54, goes off into the wilderness.
51,
he builds this
yep.
cabin in Alaska, and he lives there for like 30 years or something.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's just crazy. That's way too cold. I can see how Dave likes it. It was kind of calming and soothing.
Yeah, it's a
and
great movie. I love it.
It was different.
Apparently, all the men liked it, and all the
we're
women
gonna-
hate it. So
I think we're going to
don't-
have like men movie night or like a whole movie day, and the ladies will all go like have a spa day, and you guys can watch The In-Laws and Alone in the Wilderness, and everyone would be
There's got to be
happy.
something with a car or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Anyway, she promised me she would slide that into the script, and I wasn't expecting it quite so early, but there we are. Alone in the Wilderness, Bob Swearer Productions. It's a great movie. Go rent it.
It's like the one thing we do that's not work related.
Yes. Anyway, this week,
Busy week.
we had a visit yesterday from our Cross and Schaefer rep. And there's some, okay, now we're still divided here. There's some cool stuff coming out from
Oh
Cross.
my God, this one thing is so nerdy and geeky.
I love
It's
it.
kind of cool.
I love it.
Brian was just drooling over the thing. It's like a pen with a Find My Phone.
Cross
Buzzer.
Peerless. Now, right now it's only coming out in ballpoint, but they've dedicated two new styles. There's a blue and then there's a black, but they both have kind of a chasing pattern on the barrel.
Kind of reminiscent of the Pilot Vanishing Point Carbonesque.
Oh,
a little bit.
The guilloche, maybe?
Yeah, a little
Maybe
bit.
More
It's
like
kinda
the
cool.
guilloche, yeah. The blue is outstanding, but right now it's only in ballpoint. I would love to see it in a fountain pen, but I don't know how that's going to work. But anyway, it's equipped with the new Track R technology. You can download an app for your phone, and if you lose your pen, because one thing we hear all the time, if I had a nice pen, I would lose it.
Right.
Well, this eliminates that whole
concern. Because you can look at the app on your phone, and it'll ping your pen.
It'll ping your pen, yeah. And actually, the app is, you can buy Track R, and apparently it's pronounced Track R, not Tracker. But you can buy Track R for other things. You can put them in whatever you want. So you can find stuff, and then the app can track them all.
They have somebody else has something similar called Tile.
Sure, yeah.
That you can put on your phone, except the app is on your phone, so put
Well,
it on your purse or your
yeah.
keys or whatever.
Yeah, and the back of the pen has a little
Button.
sensor. Yeah, it's a button and a sensor, and then when you hit it on your phone, it turns blue and it rings, essentially. And then you have to, it also has technology where if you have other people who have this app, and say you left your pen at a restaurant, but you can't find it, and obviously you're not at the restaurant, so you can't hear it when you're trying to ping it. If somebody else has this app on their phone, when they go by it, the network picks it up and it will tell you the last place it was spotted, and it will direct you there.
Which is kind of cool, but you could also then push the button on the phone and it'll buzz on your pen and it'll buzz your phone.
Yeah, so if you
And
lose your phone a
I
lot,
have to have that. I can't tell you how many times we've left to go to a show and we have to go back to the store because I left my phone on the counter.
it happened just on Sunday, actually. You know,
Yeah.
and if you've got your phone on ringer, it doesn't help if somebody tries to call you. So,
Yeah.
anyway, it's cool. It's right now. It's only on the Peerless ballpoint, about $250. They are looking at maybe a lesser expensive ballpoint coming out for Christmas, but I thought it was neat, and I liked that they came out with new patterns, new colors. It wasn't just a standard black that they already made. It was a new, really a
it's-
new pen.
It's cool, but the other thing they also came out with that I did like was they have a pen pouch with the Track R. And so you can put your
Yes.
pen in that and then do the same thing. You can beep that as well.
Yeah, it's got a little small pouch in it, and then it's got the tracking device. It's about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit smaller than a quarter, but bigger than a nickel.
It's cool.
And it sits in the spot, and then you can fit. We were able to fit 2 slimmer size pens.
It's a decent sized pen pouch.
Yeah, if it's a bigger pen, if it's a 149 or something like that, it only fits one. But we were able to fit a couple of
bet-
pens in there, a couple sailors.
I bet you could fit a couple bigger pens kind
Yeah,
of end
to end maybe. But it's what does she call it? It's a leatherette. It's kind of faux leather, but it nice colors. And then they're inexpensive. They're really $30. So those are gonna come down the pipe. So it was cool, and there are a couple new things from Schaefer, but a couple things
I like
from
the new
Cross, but
journals.
The journals and
Cross,
the Track
or-
R stuff was really the best. Yeah, the journals. For those of you who like the Jot Zone, they actually have something that's a little bit different to replace it.
It was just fun for me to watch Brian geek out over on
Loved it. That
ballpoint.
thing was great, and it was a great color. The blue is
Yeah,
great.
the blue's beautiful.
The blue is beautiful.
So.
So anyway,
Fun new stuff. They're trying some innovative things. So who knows?
also coming up next week, Long Island Pen Show.
It's been so nice to be home.
Well, thankfully this is only a 2-day show.
Yes.
So it's a Saturday, Sunday, boom, you get in, you're done.
This time of year, we probably won't have any weather issues, which is beautiful. The rest of the year should be smooth sailing weather-wise. It's a nice show. The space in Hofstra is a really nice space. They renovated it a couple years ago. There's good
Bright.
lights.
It's really actually one of the best lit places on the circuit, I think.
Yep.
You know.
So,
April 1st and 2nd at Hofstra.
I like a challenge. Driving
That's what
through New York
that's what she
City
says.
and through the Bronx and all of that. I think I'm just spoiled. I liked being home for 3 weeks. So,
Well,
but we
we'll
get back on the road.
Get back on the road, then we'll have another couple weeks, and we'll do a couple shows back to back, and then we're going to have a couple months off. And then
Yes.
we're
Excited
it's a
about
few
that.
weeks off anyway between Chicago and Raleigh, and maybe the summer off. So,
Well, and then this brings us into April, which means you've only got one more month until the next pen giving event. So that's
I
why
like
you're
this.
excited.
I like this. I am
Yeah.
excited. Yes, we are officially
Getting
1 month and 6 days away.
So we'll talk more about the Long Island show next week, but it's at Hofstra, and the organizers, they usually have several seminars. It's both good and bad that they have big round tables with some ink on it, and everybody sits around and tests the ink right in front of our table, our avenue of tables, which is great. But on Sunday, then they have all the pastries and the cookies. That's bad.
Yep.
So, but if you're in the area, stop by, and we'll talk more about it next week.
Awesome. On some of the social media, there's been recently some talk about Pilot.
We love
And
Pilot.
we do love Pilot. And the numbering system and the naming convention, and it's went kind of back and forth, especially on Reddit, as to what was what. And in Japan, they call something different. But we were able to. It resulted in calling our friend John and really squaring away some information I thought was really cool.
Well, now clarify. John is John Lane, the
John
general
Lane,
manager
general manager
of Pilot USA.
Pilot
So
USA,
when you have a question and people are getting facts confused, the best course of action is go straight to the top,
Yep.
which we did.
But the question was regarding to the difference between custom pens they call custom and pens they call custom heritage. And then that kind of leads into a discussion of the numbering system. So I thought I wasn't expecting the answer I got, and so I thought, why don't we just
Yeah, I knew none of this.
So let's start with the numbering system. As most are aware, there's 2-digit and 3-digit numbers.
So get out your calculators.
So Pilot was founded in 1918, which means their 100th anniversary is coming up next year. So any 2-digit number is the Pilot age when the pen was produced. So custom 74 means it was in the 74th year of production or 1992. So 74 plus 18 means it was made in 1992. So you've got your 74, you've got your 92. In Japan, they've got a 91. So you can follow that convention to find out when the pen was made. If it's a
So the 92 was 92 and 18. That's too hard.
it's 2000 and, 2010.
2010.
If it's a 3-digit number,
Like the 823.
823, and then there are a couple of Japanese models that also utilize 3 digits. And I don't know why they did it this way. The first 2 digits follow the same format. So 823 was made in the 82nd year of manufacture, or 2000.
Okay.
And the last digit is the price of the pen in 10,000 yen. So 823, 82nd year of manufacture, it costs 30,000 yen.
That's confusing. They just need to give them names. That's it.
It
Pilot,
did.
just give them names.
I
John,
like the numbering system. Although
Okay.
I think when it gets to 100th year of manufacture, now we're going to have we're going to have a Pilot 100, but it's a 3-digit, so it's not obviously it wasn't made in
That's confusing.
28 and cost 0 yen, so we're going to have to
Figure that
we'll
out.
have to figure that out.
Okay.
But anyway, that's what the numbers mean, in case anybody's wondering. And then the breakdown is, generally speaking, and note I used the word generally. Pilot Custom means the pen has rounded ends, and it has a straight clip with the ball end. So
Okay.
Custom 74 is rounded, it's got that ball clip. Custom Heritage is a flat top pen with the sword-shaped clip.
Okay.
Now, the one exception and what caused the whole debate on Reddit was the Custom 912, which in the United States is Custom 912. Supposedly in Japan, it's sold as the Custom Heritage 912. In the Japanese catalog, it's actually listed as both.
Well, that's helpful.
It's the same pen. So there is no, the Custom 912 and the Custom Heritage 912 are not different pens. They're not pens that have, one doesn't have a different nib. It's the exact same pen. For whatever reason, Japan has just marketed them the same way. So
Just to be
just to keep you on your toes. Yeah. So anyway, that was interesting pen geek knowledge of the week.
awesome.
So
I look forward to what you come up with next week.
I
Next week we'll be packing and we have a new hire starting, so I guess
Yeah, we'll
you
be-
get a pass for next
get a
week.
pass for next week.
All
All
right.
right. Let's talk about some new stuff that's in
I am very excited. Very, very, very excited.
right off the bat.
This is so pretty.
The TWSBI Mini AL Blue. Now,
Yes.
what a gorgeous pen.
I love that blue. I wish that we had snagged one of the 580 ALs in blue for ourselves, which we did not. But this is even better because I like the size of the
It
Mini.
fits your hand.
It fits my hand. I might have to have a fine.
Well, let's go back to the 580. When the 580 came out, we were not originally told that it's a limited run.
Right.
And when we sold out, that was it. There were no more available. The same is true of this.
When they're gone, they're
when they're
gone.
gone, they're gone. So there are,
Grab them now.
yeah. But it is a standard TWSBI mini size, cap threads onto the barrel, piston
Which
filler.
I love.
Yeah, it's
I love that.
which is actually a better length in the hand than, because you can't use a 580 posted. It's not designed to post. You can post, but it's ridiculously long. The mini AL is really a pretty sweet length posted.
Yep.
I like it. So that's that came to us on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
In every way possible.
In every way possible. The Wall Eversharp Deco Band, the Gatsby. Now these were announced in LA at the Penn Show.
This thing is giant.
It's huge. Number 8 size nib, gold nib, flexible. The Gatsby now, to differentiate itself from the other Deco bands, chased barrel, really cool chasing pattern, and this silver trim, standard black feed instead of the red feed that you find on the previous set of Deco pans. But cool looking pen, pneumatic filler. They come in both this black and silver version, then there's a black and gold version as well. So
If you like a big pen, this is for you.
there's not many pens that are bigger than this.
No.
The Emperor is bigger. This is maybe, I'm just gonna take a guess and say, is this maybe the heaviest pen that you can think of?
This
It's
is
a
a
very
big
heavy
pen.
It's a very heavy pen.
So ladies, it might be too big for you to use, but you can defend yourself with this thing.
It's something. So anyway, that we had up this week. This is cool. This next one.
They sent us a sample a while back, and I fell in love. This is by Atoya. Atoya had this made for them by Zequins, which is a line we've been carrying for several years. I love the color. This is exclusive for Atoya. I love the journal. The paper is very fountain pen friendly, and I love that this flexes. I don't know where mine is. You can actually wrap it around. Let me grab a piece of paper here. Give me the notebook there. There
This
we
one?
go. Yeah. So you can wrap it around all the way. So many journals, when you open it up, you can't, it's hard to write on the first few pages. This one you can just completely maneuver how you want. It's really cool. And who doesn't love that gorgeous blue?
Hand stitched. They call it the Anywhere Journal. Hand stitched. Pages just don't come out. It's a nice journal. They come in 2 sizes.
Yep.
Did we mention Pretty Blue? I don't
They
know.
come in 3 sizes.
3 sizes. That's right. Yeah, 3 sizes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the cross from
Oh.
yesterday. So those came out. And speaking of funky colors,
I like this. I'm on an orange kick. I almost bought an orange laptop tote in Baltimore. I did.
well, this is Marchiaro, which is well known for their orange leather, and they're not really around. But we managed to score up a couple of pieces, a couple of pen cases when we were in LA, and there's a little single pen case here, which is orange and it's a flip top. And then there is also, we got a couple of those, and then there's also a black zip case which holds 1 pen, and this has the orange stitching.
And now we had this before.
We have had these before, yes.
Did we have the orange with the flip?
We never had
Okay.
the flip, yeah. So we had another one, a third model, but that actually sold out yesterday. But these are nice thick leather. Yeah, I especially like the zip case. It's it's got a little loop in it, elastic loop inside. But
Well done. I wish that they would bring these back on a regular basis.
but they're not really doing much, are they?
No.
So anyway, there was that. Lots of cool stuff this week. Rhodia color.
Yes, in the larger 18 size. And so Chris did a review of, is that up yet?
Yes, I believe it was up Monday.
The same color pads as the smaller 16 size that we've had for a while. Personally, I like the bigger size, and I just can't decide on a color.
Is that more more lines to write how much you love me?
Yes. And to write my grocery list and all the things we need to do at work. But sure, you betcha.
Sure, sure.
No, I love the colors. I love that it's got kind of a softer texture.
Yeah, the cover is neat. It's a neat feeling. It's ivory paper, ivory lined.
Okay,
Yeah,
I haven't looked.
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. But sometimes it's nice to have the cover of your notebook that isn't either black or orange. So little
Yeah, and they make them.
individuality.
Yeah, a number of different colors too. So, we talked about this guy last week.
Yes, look at
but-
that picture. Jason and Steph are amazing.
Pilot Con 40.
Replacing the Con 20 and the Con 50, we do still have the Con 50s left. I think we might have a couple
We got
of
some
the
Con
Con
20s
20s.
too. Yeah.
But this will replace both. These are now in stock, and when the other two are gone, they're gone.
And we talked last week. If you missed last week, the differences between all of the different Pilot converters. But it's a cool looking converter. And last but certainly not least,
Oh, yes.
what arrived on the doorstep yesterday, the Edelstein Smoky Quartz, the new ink of the year.
I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the brown, but toffee brown, Mont Blanc toffee brown is one of my favorite colors, and this looks really pretty. Edelstein, Pelican makes the really nice Edelstein ink. I love the bottle, and the color will be here for probably a few months, and then eventually it will be discontinued like all the other colors of the year. So if you like it, grab yourself a bottle or two. But I was impressed. It's got some depth. It's got it's not too dark. It's not too washed out. It's just a really pretty color.
Chris will be doing a Think Thursday on this. I like to see a comparison to Toffee Brown because the Toffee Brown has been my choice for
Yes.
a while when I want browns. So anyway, that came in. It was a busy week. There's some other things came in, but we can't talk about them. I know we told some people at Pen Club we were going to mention something today, and I'm sorry, but
The creative team took over.
we have to hold off on a certain something special until next week.
Can we talk about the thing we got the email about last night?
The thing we got the email about last night. This is the point where I'm supposed to remember what that email was. The thing we got the email about last night.
From Larry.
Oh,
Can we talk about that?
I don't see why not.
All right. So there is a new Sailor 1911 standard coming out in ivory with gold trim.
Yep.
And we just placed our order last night. There will be they only come in fine or medium, and there will be 30 of each total for now.
Well, they're limited.
Yes.
Japan will send over. They'll come out with something new, and then they only send a few over to the U.S. to kind of feel out the market.
It looks pretty. It's a pretty kind of a creamy ivory, and the gold trim is a nice accent. So I'm excited to see those in person.
Yep. So those will be here in about a week, but and we'll have them up soon. But
I think that's it.
Sailor coming out with some new stuff this year, and
Yes.
Even if it's not something you're looking for, we have to be happy that we're getting stuff, and we have in the past we've only gotten 1 or 2 models a year, and so already this year we're on our second new model, and there's going to be a third and a fourth, and at least 2 to 3 more pens, plus some surprises coming in the next couple of months from Sailor.
Yes.
So there's a lot to look forward to, and it's going to be exciting Sailor year, as if it wasn't already exciting.
No, this will be cool.
So anyway, what else? You got anything else? We'll wrap it up.
I think that's it.
So I guess that's it then. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week. More talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Sounds like fun. Follow our blog for news, ink reviews, and all sorts of other fun things, including some really cool videos the creative team is working on. And check us out on social media as Anderson Pens.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.